Once upon a time, a guy named Michael traded the urban chaos of New York City for the sprawling metropolis of Los Angeles. But with nothing to go on besides Hollywood cliches, adjusting to the city of angels left him feeling like an outsider. The sidewalks seem to just be for decoration. It takes me an hour to find parking, and I haven't even met one celebrity yet, except for that one guy who said he was an extra on Law & Order once. And so he lived in various different neighborhoods to find where he best fit in to avoid being lost in Los Angeles. With excitement, Michael hopped off the plane at LAX. His new home was just a short cab ride away, Playa Vista. Persuaded by online ads of living in a utopian paradise, he was situated alongside maybe the cleanest and most manicured streets of LA, in walking distance to a Whole Foods and a CVS. Yeah, beat that, New York. But over time, every day started feeling the exact same. Another day of paradise. Another day of paradise. This was no Hollywood living. Instead, it felt like living in a movie, like Pleasantville or The Truman Show. I can't help but feel that somebody's watching me. Somebody's watching me. Or is it my anxiety? So, Michael left Barbie Land for the real world. Venice Beach. There is so much grit here. It's not like a regular beach, it's a cool beach. It doesn't even need to be sunny to be cool. It feels like everyone here is a bohemian artist of some sort, and even if hipster culture was only trendy in the 2010s, you can be one here and get away with it. Everyone here is either a hipster, a skater, or both. Look at everyone being their absolute quirky selves. Oh, Barbie's back. But the longer Michael lived in Venice, the more he realized he didn't know what kind of weird he was supposed to be. Was he quirky enough or just a poser? I mean, the guy says he's a skater, but does an electric longboard even count? In a desperate attempt to fit in, he walked Abbot Kinney daily buying expensive lattes from intelligentsia. You know, I thought Venice was supposed to be a counterculture to these gentrified liquids. It almost feels like Venice is slowly starting to lose its soul, and I don't know who I'm supposed to be here. Universe, send me a sign. Oh, a psychic. Looking into her crystal ball, the Venice psychic saw a place where Michael might better fit in on the next beach over in Santa Monica. And so, Michael moved to sunny Santa Monica and enriched himself in the culture, being tan, flip-flops, beach blonde highlights, with no pressure anymore to be quirky, except for being extremely ripped. You know, that psychic can eat shit for sending me here. I can't just wear a beanie and call it a day anymore. I actually have to work out to fit in. I mean, this beach is literally called Muscle Beach. And so Michael did it all. He tried yoga on the beach, meditation, soul cycle, Pilates, drank smoothies with ashwagandha, became a vegetarian / sometimes vegan, played pickleball every day, and gave up his car to scooter around, never having to leave the city of Santa Monica. Why? You see, not only is Santa Monica a self-contained bubble, but it's surrounded by the 10, where you'll rarely ever go more than 10 miles per hour and rarely ever leave because of it. And because he never left, he spent all of his time training for the 2028 LA Summer Olympics, before the overindulgence of the magical herb ashwagandha left him thinking out loud. Is it just me, or is every day Groundhog's Day meets Baywatch here? I need some more excitement in my life. And so, he moved to Brentwood, a place that maintained the upscale aesthetic of Santa Monica, but at least had easier car access to the rest of LA. And here, he picked up tennis and golf at the Brentwood Country Club, traded his scooter in for a Lexus, and even considered cosmetic enhancements. I never noticed I had forehead wrinkles, until a lady at the country club pointed it out. Everyone is so perfect and unsuspecting in Brentwood. I mean, you can get away with murder here. If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. You know what? If Brentwood doesn't fit, you must dip. Feeling neither plastic nor a murderer, Michael moved next door to Beverly Hills. Why? That's where I want to be. It's a place where the rest of the world worships for some reason. The most famous sign in America, besides the Hollywood one. a symbol of wealth and materialism. Until one day, of shopping on Rodeo Drive, he was walking back to his car and a local woman said,
"Alexis, ew."
And so, he had to rethink if Beverly Hills was really where he wanted to be, seeing that he couldn't afford a Maserati. Ugh, as if. And so, he sold his Lexus to a pauper back in Brentwood and used his legs instead, realizing he needed a more walkable neighborhood, like the one next over, West Hollywood. A walker's paradise. Santa Monica Boulevard, Melrose Avenue, Sunset Boulevard. It was an LA he never experienced until now. It's so walkable, even robots do it. But everywhere he walked, he was haunted by a constant jingle. A seemingly never-ending brat summer. Why? Because everyone and their dogs in WeHo are gay. Which is great, except for the fact that if you don't hang at high tops all day and look like Ken, maybe you're just not gay enough. Why is LA impossible to fit into? It's like if high school was a city. You have your burnouts, JV jocks, varsity jocks, desperate wannabes, sexually active band geeks, and what else? I think I gotta go where dreams come true, like Hollywood. And so, he moved to the cooler Hollywood, the one with real authentic LA history. And on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, he attempted his shot at TikTok fame. Come with me to walk the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You have to try on your favorite mask from my favorite shop, or lingerie, or your favorite wig. But make sure to book an appointment first. It smells so good here. This smoke shop was basically named after me. And in Hollywood, we believe in science and religion. Hollywood is such a vibe, I never want to leave. And on Hollywood Boulevard, he was no longer haunted by the ghosts of Brat Summer, but by something else. Actual ghosts. Hollywood is not like the movies. I thought I was gonna move here and become super rich and famous, but instead it's just a place of dead dreams and a very scary industry.
I will not sell my soul for fame.
Oh, but my TikTok just reached 1 million views. Am I famous? But famous people don't live in Hollywood anymore. Where does that one famous family live? I'm forgetting their name. I think it starts with a K. Either way, they live in Calabasas. And so, Michael attempted to move over the hill to Calabasas to live like a real famous person. It seemed everyone knew them.
One time I saw Britney Spears getting coffee, Ozzy Osbourne. I have gone to church with the Kardashians.
Oh, that was their name. The only problem is, all the famous people live in Hidden Hills, and getting through the gate came with a multi-million-dollar price tag. After a few salad shakes, he realized, well, I guess I can't afford to live in Calabasas. Who needs fame anyway? I just want to chase my passion. And so he moved to Studio City, a place of down-to-earth, aspiring screenwriters. No fame chasing here, just pure passion. The perfect fit. And he hung out at Aroma Cafe every day, writing screenplays, along with every other aspiring writer in LA. But living in the Valley humbled him. Oh, God, I can't believe how hot the Valley is. It's 140 degrees here in July. All I ever do is pass out. It was hotter than anywhere he ever lived, and the heat strokes melted his brain, preventing him from reaching his lifelong goals as a writer. And over time, the overconsumption of sun made him quite lazy. Who can work in these conditions? But before he completely burned out, he moved to Silver Lake, chasing the version of himself he left behind, the ambitious New Yorker. And Silver Lake is where you go if you want to live in New York, but for some reason have to live in LA. Because here in Silver Lake, there's mice, narrow streets, walkability, grit, and thrift shopping. As an ex-New Yorker myself, I have never felt more at home in LA than I do here in Silver Lake. But somewhere between all the hidden staircases, Michael realized he was keeping something hidden from himself. If he was being honest, he'd rather be in New York than Silver Lake, because at least New York had the decency to come with tall buildings. Or actually, I always forget about downtown Los Angeles.
And so he hopped on the LA Metro, the real cityway, and moved into a downtown luxury high-rise. He could now really walk anywhere, except for the fact that nobody else did.
This place is a ghost town, and I'm not just talking like the ghost town of Hollywood. At least there they keep you company. For a downtown district, it's eerily empty. Even the parks here have no people.
Just listen to the music of the traffic in the city. Linger on the side.
He walked the streets every day, pretending like he lived in a bustling, tall city again.
There are so few people here that there's not even any billboards or advertisements around. Oh, except for the trash on the street.
Adverts for Labubu's.
No, I will not fall for another Beanie Baby scandal.
Instead, he followed the path of Labubu advertisements to real culture. Koreatown, one of the most densely populated neighborhoods in LA, surrounded by late-night restaurants and karaoke bars. It was easily the most culturally rich place he'd lived so far, but there was one problem. Back in Santa Monica, he had become a vegetarian. That meant nightly K-barbecue feasts were off the table, limiting his ability to fully dive into the food-centric culture around him. And because of this, he started missing those quinoa bowls and smoothies. Realizing he was turning more LA than he'd care to admit, it was time to head back to the beach life. But not the touristy kind this time. He was after the locals' beach, the South Bay, Manhattan Beach, where he became a real authentic California surfer dude, or tried to. He developed a love for sunsets, cruising the bike path, sitting at the pier, and enjoying life.
I'm so close to feeling at home in LA, except for the fact that I have no friends around here. Because here in the suburbs, I just feel so disconnected from the rest of the city. It's like my life could be perfect here, but instead I just feel so lonely.
Just before giving up, Michael took the long, scenic drive back into the city and found himself in Culver City, a place bordered by freeways, studio lots, and a downtown that couldn't decide whether it wanted to be part of LA or just a regular place. He climbed a staircase tucked into the hillside, and at the top, looking out across all the neighborhoods he'd once tried to call home, something finally clicked. I've been moving so much, I forgot who I even am or what I even want. Every time I ran to a new place, old problems tagged along or new ones showed up. Maybe instead of forcing myself to fit in, I just need to be here, to give life in a new city a real shot, find my own way and see what unfolds. And so this time, he chose to stay in a place still figuring out what it wanted to become. Over the years, LA slowly became home. It stopped being about ashwagandha smoothies, traffic, walkability, or whether he measured up to a stereotype. In the end, fitting in wasn't about changing himself, it was about allowing a place to change and grow him. And that's when he realized maybe he belonged all along.